Okay, so in our yesterday's class, we learn about the background position. Using it, we can manage where we want to move our image. We can directly give the positions like top, right, left, bottom like this, or you can give it in pixels or in percentage also,
ये नामू लगेगा.
where you want to move. Mukesh Kumar, can you please mute yourself? Okay, please turn off your camera as well. Turn off your camera. Okay. So we in our previous class we learn about the background position, right? We learn about how we can give the position using top, right, left, using these things, or we can directly give in pixels or in percentages. Then we learn about the background sizes, like we can give cover, contain, and auto is your by default. What's the actual size of your image? It is taking it by default. And we learn about then background attachment. Using it you can keep images fixed. Whenever you are scrolling, your images will not move, and scroll is by default, it will move. Then we learn about the css borders. Border is nothing but like a just boundaries. Using it, you can using this border property you can give the thickness and its styling, like in which whatever the styling you want, dot, dash, double, all these things. And you can define some colors. And with this you can give some specific position as well, like you want the border at top or at only at left side, right side, like this you can define it. So then we learn about css text, right? In text we learn about how we can align the text. Then we learn about the css text decoration. Text decoration we learn. Then we learn about this text transform. We can transform our text into uppercase, lowercase, or capitalize. Then we learn about this line height. Line height is nothing but we can manage the spaces between each line. Then we learn about this css font. Css font is nothing but the font like typeface, you can say. Like here we are having this kind of typefaces of your font. You can change the style of these fonts. Okay. So we in this we have a Google fonts also, right? Suppose in your HTML they suggest you some fonts. If you like some any other kind of font, you can uh, choose it from Google Fonts website. You can go it on Google Fonts website and directly choose it from there. You just have to copy paste the link tag. It will provide you and that specific font family. Then we learn about these font sizes. In font size, you can increase or decrease the size of your font. And then we learn about this font style, that is you can give italic, oblique like this. And the font weight is the thickness of your font, right? Then we start this css units for sizing. We learn about this pixel. What is pixel? Fixed pixel is a independent, means it is not dependent on any other thing. It is not dependent on its parent. Okay. Then we learn about this relative units. In relative units we learn about this em unit. What is em unit? Em is dependent on its parent's font size. Dependent on its parent's font size. Anyone having any doubt in our yesterday's class till now? Till here we learn all these concepts in our yesterday's class. Anyone having any doubt in our yesterday's class? Okay. Okay, so now I'm starting this like I will show you this em unit in much more detail. Like we can use nesting as well. Nesting effect I will show you. Then we will move to this rem unit. Let me open the VS Code. Okay, this is my VS Code. I'm just giving the boilerplate. Here in this what I am doing is I'm taking one div. Okay, inside it I am giving one p tag. I'm taking one paragraph tag. Okay, in this div I am giving months tag. Okay, and in this I am giving my name. Okay, I'm just giving Fatima. So inside my head I am taking style tag I am taking. In this style, I am targeting this diff. By using its tag name, I am targeting this diff. Okay, here I am giving the font size as 10 pixel. Okay, now if you want to give the font size to this p tag, suppose now I want to give the font size to this paragraph tag, so I am targeting its p tag. Okay, now here I am using font size. Instead of giving the 10 pixel like in percent in pixels, I am using suppose 2m I am saying. So how much it will become? 2 multiplied by 10, right? It will become 20 pixel. Suppose here in this, I will show you this first, then I will give you the more nesting. Okay, see, this is your 10 pixel, this is your 20 pixel. So suppose what I am doing is, inside this paragraph tag also I am taking one span. Inside it I am giving my name, Tabassum. Okay, here I am giving Tabassum. Okay, so now I am targeting that span. Okay, so here I am giving the font size as 4em. So tell me, this em will be considered from where? Suppose for your better understanding, I am giving only 2em only. Let's observe the output, you will understand it. See, what is actually happening is, this em is coming from its parent. The parent of this span is p tag, not div tag. So for here the em is become 2 multiplied by 20, right? For this span, the parent element is p tag. Here the font size is 20 pixel. So that's why it is multiplying 2 into 20. That's why it's becoming 40 pixel. Right? Anyone having any doubt how this nesting works? See, just try to understand. For this p tag, the parent element is diff. So that's why it is directly multiplying 2 multiplied by 10. It is 20 pixel. But when I am giving the in span, I am giving the font size in this span 2 multiplied to em. So this em is considered from this p tag, not from this diff tag. Why? Because here p is the parent of this span, not diff. So that's why it is taking 2 multiplied by 20 from its paragraph tag. Okay. Okay, not only the font sizes, you can give width and height as well. Okay, suppose here I'm just removing this. Here I am giving some background color. I give this color. Now here I am giving width as 4em. So what will be the width now? It will multiply it like this. 4 multiplied by the parent of this p tag is div. Its font size is 10 pixels. So like this it will do multiplication. Okay, it will be like 40 pixels. Let's see this one. See, it is 40 pixels. Let me increase this. When I give 10 em, so it will be like 10 multiplied by 10. It becomes 100. So what I want to tell you is, it is not like this. If you give the font size for this, you have to only use it in font size. You can use it with width and height as well. But mostly we use this em or rem unit for font sizes only. But still you can use for width and height as well. Suppose if you want to give the height for it, so you can use it like this. Suppose I am giving 20 em. So the height becomes 20 multiplied by the em here is 10. It will be like this, 200 pixel. Okay. Having any doubt in this about this nesting? See how this nesting works. How this nesting works. See, for this span, the parent tag is this p tag. For this parent, the font size is become what? 40 pixel. Why 40? it is taking like it is 20 pixel. How it is 20 pixel? It is doing like this, 2 multiplied by from its parent, so it becomes 20 pixel. So this is how it
Why
is taken.
why we do this? Because it is easy to edit this, is it? If we edit in one place the font size, since others are all multiples, automatically it gets edited. What is
Yeah,
the purpose of this connecting this way nesting?
yeah, it is connected. Why? Because see, in websites, I will tell you with examples. In websites you do it like this, like the first heading and the your remaining like normal text, it is like related. For responsiveness we use it more mostly. Okay, I will tell you with one example. First of all, I'm removing all this thing. I'm giving it here. Suppose normally in our website what we do like this, we do it like we first give some heading, right? Suppose you are for heading you are using some div. Okay, I am using div here. For heading we mostly use h1, right? So I am giving months right now. Okay, so it is heading, it must be in like bold, like the font size must be bold. So here I am giving suppose this is the child. Here inside it only I am taking paragraph, and I am giving my name Fatima. So why we are using this like relativity, like why it is dependency, what's the use case of it? See, mostly the heading is in font size is bigger. So for that purpose I am using here is style. Okay, I am targeting this div. Suppose here I am giving the font size as 40 pixel, and you can use this em in like 0.5 like this as well. I will tell you. Now here I am targeting this p tag. Now I want to give the like font size based on its parent's font size. So instead of directly using giving the direct fixed font sizes, I am giving font size as like you can give it like this 0.5 or 0.2 em like this. 0.5 em I am giving. So how it will work? It will consider like this. It will first half of this. So it becomes 20 pixel. Okay. Like mostly we use this em or rem unit for the relativity, like normally the heading is bigger and the normal text is not bigger. To make the like to give some relationship between the main heading and the normal text, for that purpose we give this for this purpose we use this units. Instead of directly using the fixed pixels, we are using this em or rem unit. Okay, any doubt?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, similarly we have rem as well. We have rem unit as well. Okay, why we use rem unit? Rem unit is also a relative unit. Like the m unit is dependent on its parent's font size. Similarly, the rem unit is dependent on its root element. Root element is nothing but your html. Okay, whatever the font size you give in your html, that font size will be taken in your like in your all elements. I will show you here. Suppose I am taking one p tag here, giving my name, and here I'm giving span. Okay, giving my name. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking style. Here I'm targeting first the root element. Our root element is html. Our root the root element of our file is always a html. Why? Because from here only we are starting. For this we are just declaring which version we are using, but the main actual root element is your html. So in this html tag I am giving font size 20 pixel. Okay, so this 20 pixel we can use for each like whatever the element you have in your whole html page. So we can target it like this. So first of all I am targeting this p tag. So instead of directly giving the fixed font size, I am giving font size 2 rem. So it will work like this, 2 multiplied by 20 pixel. it becomes what, 40 pixel. So similarly here also I am targeting span. Font size, suppose I am giving 4 rem, it will look like this, 4 multiplied by 20. Still it is taking 20. Why? Because this rem is dependent on its root element. Okay, it is not like it is not dependent on its parent element, it is dependent on its root element. The root element font size is 20 pixel, so that's why it is taking 20 pixel for wherever you are using this rem unit. Let me show you the output. Okay, this is your 20 pixel, this is your 40 pixel. I think this is your 40 pixel, right? This is your 40 pixel and this is your 80 pixel. Okay, not only just font sizes, you can give width and height as well, and some for borders also you can use it. Instead of just normally using pixels, you can use this rem or m unit. Suppose I'm taking rem here, width 40, 4 rem, let's take it 4 rem. Okay, 10 rem I'm taking, so it will be consider it like this, 10 multiplied by 20. Okay, it is 200. I am giving some color so that you can understand it. Background, let me delete this one. Why it is not suggesting? Let me remove this. Okay, background color aqua I am taking. So it is 10 multiplied by 20. It is 200. Okay, so that's why it is taking width till now. So what is rem unit? Rem is dependent on its HTML, right? On its root elements font size. And in the case of M is dependent on its parent's font size. Okay, we mostly use this rem and m units for like here we give you the best for padding margins. We didn't learn about it, what is padding margin, we learn about what is this. And we mostly use this m unit for spacing relatively to text, like just now as I told you, for headings and the normal text, for to give that kind of relativity. In that scenario we use this m unit. Okay, like use rem for consistent sizing, especially for typography. Like for font sizes only we mostly use this unit. Now we have percentage. Okay, percentage is same as m only. Percentage is same as m unit only. Like it is also dependent on its parent size. I'm not saying about the font size, I'm saying about the parents element size. Parents elements size. See here, I'm removing this. Here I'm taking one div. Okay, inside this div I'm taking one, suppose okay, let's take some other thing. I'm taking paragraph tag only. Okay, here I'm taking style. In this style I'm targeting this div. Here I'm giving width as 40 pixel. Okay, for 400 pixel I'm giving, and height as 300 pixel. Okay, and background color I'm giving aqua. Okay, now I'm targeting this p tag. In this p tag I'm giving first of all the color, background color aquamarine. Here I'm giving width and height. Width, instead of directly giving in percentages, like instead of directly giving in rem or m unit, I'm using percentage here. I'm giving 50%. It means what? It will take the 50% of its parent element. The parent element of this p tag is div tag, right? So the 50% of 40 pixel is 200 pixel, right? This is your 100 pixel. So the 50% is 200 pixel. So similarly, suppose I am giving for height, here I am giving 50%. So it will match like this. Here also we are using height, here is also we have height. So it will take the 50% of this 300. So it becomes what? 150. Let's see the, okay, that one is like back side, that is not visible. C index I am giving. Okay, we will learn about this, what is z index, no need to be worried. It is just like to show the below container above side, that's why we use this z index. We will learn about it, but just observe how this sizes, how this width and height is it is taking. We use here is percentages, like if we use rem or m unit, we must have to give like 0.5 like this, but it is much more easy. But when we use percentage, like you can give like 20% as well. Like the 20% of this 400 pixel will be what? 80 pixel, right? 20% of 400, you can do the calculation, so it will be 80 pixel. So the height of suppose if you are taking like 10%, if you are taking, it will be what? 30 pixel. Okay, this I am removing this now. Okay, see, this is 30 and 80. Okay, for that purpose we use this percentage. This percentage is also dependent on its parent's element size. I am not talking about the font sizes. Here it will match like this. It will match with its parent's height and its parent width. We are not dealing with its font sizes. Okay. Anyone having any doubt in this percentage?
No.
Okay, what about others? Okay. Okay, we have some more units. Like this one is much more like better for making your website responsive. We have VW and VH. We have VW and VH. V stands for your viewport. Viewport is nothing but the screen which is visible to you. The complete screen, like suppose you see in your mobile, the whatever the part is visible to you, the screen is visible to you, that is your viewport of your mobile. So in your laptop the screen size is bigger, and in your mobile phones or in your tablets the screen size will be less. So we use this part also, like we use VW and VH. If we give VW, it will take the complete width of your screen. If we give VH, it will take the complete height of your screen. We must have to give 100. If you want to give the 100% of your screen, you have to give like this: VW 100, 100 VW, 100 VH. Then only it will take the complete 100% of your screen. So I will show you now. Instead of directly, it is not dependent on parent or root element. It is only dependent on its screen size. Viewport, it is dependent on its screen sizes. So here what I am doing is I am saying 50 VW. So what it will take? It will take the width as 50% of your screen. So here I am giving 50 VH. Now let's just observe it. See, from here also you can observe it, right? This is the 50% part of your screen. This is a remaining empty is a 50% part of your screen. From height also you can see it clearly, right? This is the 50% and this is the 50%. I will first of all I remove this p tag. Okay, I am removing this. Just see it. I am making this screen size as mobile screen. Just see, normally our mobile screen size is, it will give you the dimension as well, like your mobile phone. So like what are the variations, models we have normally in mobile. Let me choose this iPhone SE, iPhone 12 Pro I'm choosing. So normal screen size of iPhone 12 Pro is like this. So see, it is taking the 12% width of your screen, right? Like it is taking the 50% of your screen, but in height it is not working properly, right? I will say take something else. Just keep it as responsive only. So from see, just observe it. Whenever I'm increasing the sizes, see, whenever I'm decreasing this size, this box is also getting decreased, right? Why? Because it is dependent on the screen. It is dependent on its viewport. So whenever I'm increasing it, okay, it is not working properly. See, just see, this box is responsive. Means what? It is changing its width and height based on the size, based on the based on your screen size. If we normally use pixels, suppose instead of giving this VWVH, if I give this in pixel, it will be not responsive. See, see, it is not responsive. It is not changing its sizes. You can observe it, right? I will show you. I will keep something less. I am giving 100 per pixel. Here also 100 pixel. Okay. So see, whenever I am increasing or decreasing this screen size, see, it is not changing its width and height. Why? Because it is a fixed unit. We are using fixed unit. It is not dependent on its screen sizes. But in the case of using this VW or VW here I am using, and here I am giving VH, it is changing. See, okay, I give the 100. Let me give the 50. See, when I am increasing it, this box is also getting increased, and when I am decreasing this, still it is taking 50% part of your screen. Here, still it is taking 50%. See, okay. So what's the purpose of using this VW or VH? It will be change its sizes based on its screen size. No matter you are using mobile phone or you are using tablet or you are using like your laptop, your containers like your elements will change its sizes based on your screen size. Like you can give some text as well. Suppose here I am giving my name. So in this I am giving font size. Font size I am giving suppose 10 VW. Now your font size is also becomes responsive. See, my font size is also getting smaller. Now it is becoming bigger. Okay, see, just observe it. See, my font sizes is also getting less. When I am increasing, it is become bigger. But when we are using the fixed unit like pixel, when we are using, it will be not responsive. I will giving 30 pixel. Okay, 20 pixel I am giving. See, when I am decreasing or increasing the screen sizes, the font is not responsive. It is not increasing or decreasing. Okay, so that's why we use this VW and VH units. Anyone having any doubt in these two units?
No.
Okay, okay. So now we discuss about the CSS border images. With this we are done with about whatever the units we have in our CSS. We have pixel, we have M unit, we have rem unit, we have percentage, we can give in percentage, we have VW and VH. Okay. Then now let's discuss about the CSS border images. Previously we learned about CSS border. Like we can give some border to our container, but we can give images also to our container. Like images to our containers border, not like directly a full image, like some decorative styling we can give using this CSS border image property. Just you have to use what border image property. So for that purpose you just have to use this syntax. First you have to give border, whatever the width you want, just define it here. Then give the which like styling you want, like previously we learned about the solid, double, or dotted, dashed, like this styling you can give. But instead of giving the color you have to give transparent. Why transparent? Here in this transparent your image will be visible. Okay, instead of giving color you just have to give the transparent. Then you have to define the border image. Here you have to give the URL of your image, and this 30 stretch means in how many parts you want to cut your image, and stretch will stretches the image to fit your border size. I will tell you. Here I am using okay, here I am using border. I am giving 30. Let's give it as 20 pixel solid, transparent. I am giving. Okay. Here I am taking border image. Border image. Okay, this one. So as I told you, here we have to give the URL of our image. So I am taking the image. I am taking this image. Then you have to give in how many slices you want to cut it. I am giving 30 slices. Okay, 30 is your stretches. Right, here you have to give stretches to stretch your image. Okay, see, we have the image like yesterday we installed that image, download that image, stack that is in blue color. So it is taking that image in your border, right? Let me give some more border size. I am giving 40 pixel. Okay, so in border it is directly taking one image, like it is completely in blue color, so that's why it is not looking like good. But you can give something else, some any other kind of image you can use it, like a image contains your name, so you can show it in borders, so it will look good. So in that scenario, to make your borders decorative, like for more styling purpose, we use this property, border image property. How we use it? We just give border. Normally how we give the normal borders, same thing we are doing, but instead of giving the color name we are using transparent. Then we are using border image. In this border image property we are giving the path of our image, and in how many parts you want to cut your image, and we are giving a stretch, it will stretch your image. Okay, so suppose I am increasing it, you will understand it. Okay, so it will be like changes in how many parts you are cutting your images. Okay, it is cutting multiple times, so that's why it is looking like this. Okay, so that purpose we use this border image property. So just to make your border more style or decorative, for that scenario we use this, making fancy decorative border for using images. We use this border image property. Then we have CSS gradients. What is CSS gradient? We are mixing two or three, like we are mixing colors. Like instead of directly just giving one single color, we can mix three colors together. For that purpose we use this CSS gradient. CSS gradient let you create smooth color transition. Okay, we are transitioning a color without images. So we have two types in it, that is linear gradient and radial gradient. In linear gradient you just have to use this background. Then here you have to give linear gradient, its the name. Then in which direction you want to mix up the colors. So just I will tell. tell you. Just I'm removing this, and in this background I'm taking background linear gradient. Okay, it is suggesting you linear gradient. So I want to mix up the colors in to right. Let me see it. Okay, it is correct only. To right, to bottom, to top. Let's give it to top. Okay, then we have to give the colors. I am giving blue. It is not suggesting. Let's give it red. Okay. It's not taking. Let's see this. What's wrong here? Okay. Previously there was some comma issue, I think. The comma was not proper. Just you have to give background. Then which one you are using, linear gradient or radial gradient, you just have to give it here. I'm using linear gradient. What linear gradient will do, it will mix up the colors in like horizontal or vertical directions, like this. So we are mixing two colors, red and yellow. See, it is mixing two colors, red and yellow. In which direction it is mixing? From right to left. From right side to left side, it is mixing this red and yellow color. Suppose you can give from left side as well. See, it is mixing like this. From red color to yellow color, it is mixing. Similarly, we can give from top or bottom. Okay, see, it is mixing two colors in vertical direction. Same, you can give top. Okay, not only just two colors, you can give some more colors as well. Suppose I am giving purple. It is not suggesting. Let me give blue. Okay, it is mixing three colors. So why we use radial gradient? It will mix up the colors in a straight line. You can say it will is mixing the colors in a straight line. Either it will be in like x direction, either in it is in x direction or in y direction. For that purpose, we use this radial like linear gradient. From its line name only, you can understand it is linear. So it is mixing the color in a straight lines. So similarly we have radial gradient. It will mix the colors like from center, like from a circle. Okay, you can give some more properties as well in it. So here I am giving, instead of using this linear gradient, I am using radial. Let me remove it properly. Radial. See, it is radial gradient. I am giving circle here. I am giving red, giving blue. Let me see it. See, it is mixing the colors from the center of its like a circle from the center. So you can mix up more colors, not only just 2 3 colors. Suppose I am giving yellow. Okay, so this is your gradient. You can mix up the colors using radial gradient or linear gradient. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this gradient topic?
No, ma'am. Just a few seconds, you will show the code alone, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
The background colon radial hyphen gradient. What is correct syntax? What is relaxed, ma'am? Everything we should write as it is to get the same style.
Yes, if you want to, like, if you want to change the colors, you can change it.
No,
But
I'm asking is colon,
uh-huh,
radial, hyphen, gradient. They're all syntaxes.
yeah, it is a syntax. You must have to give exact same thing. Like in Max, you can relate in Max. Like you have to use same exact formula. Like same thing
Yes.
here. You have to use the same proper syntax. Suppose if you just miss this colon, so it will give you error like this. Okay, you can't skip this thing. You must have to use the same thing. Like suppose if I just remove this comma from here, it will not work properly. See, it is not taking this as a single color, it is mixing it. So we must have to use the proper syntax, then only it will work properly. Okay, so now let's move to some more topics, that is CSS shadows. Like we can give text shadows. In CSS shadows we can give shadows to our text or to our elements also, like to our containers also we can give some shadows. Let's first see about this text shadow. So first of all, I am removing all this thing. I am giving a h1. Here I am giving my name. Okay, inside my head I am using this style. In this style I am targeting this h1. In this h1 what I am doing is I am taking text shadow. See, okay, what in this text shadow we are using, we are giving this four properties, this 2 pixel, 2 pixel, 5 pixel, gray. Gray is nothing, just like a color, which color you want to give for your shadow. You can define some shadow color as well. Okay, why this 2 pixel, 2 pixel? 2 pixel is in which direction? For the first 2 pixel is for x direction, and the second 2 pixel is for your y direction shadow, and the 5 pixel or 10 pixel whatever you want to give it for your blurriness, how much blur you want to show your shadow. So suppose I am giving 2 pixel, let me give 3 pixel for x direction. For y direction I am taking 4 pixel, and for blur I am giving 5 pixel, and the color here I am giving red. Let's see this one. Okay, like it is looking like a shadow, right? 3D way you can create a text in 3D using this text shadow property. If you want to give it more blur, or if you want to give the width or in x or y direction, you can increase it. So in y direction I am giving 10 pixel. See, from y direction it is increasing the distance. So suppose in x direction also I am increasing it. Okay, let's see. Suppose I am giving some more blurriness. I am giving 10 pixel. See, it is getting blur. So you can change its color as well. You can give any kind of color. Suppose I am giving gray only. Okay. So this is how you can create any shadow to your text, so that it will look like a real, like a 3D effect. It will look like this. So in that purpose we use this text shadow property. Similarly we have box shadow as well. Same thing, we are using this 3 pixel. The first two values is for your x and y directions, x and y direction, and the third one is for your blur, and the last one is your color. The same thing. So but just instead of using this text shadow we are using what? Box shadow. I'm removing this. I'm using here. I'm taking one div. I'm targeting this div, giving some width. Suppose I'm giving 2 VW and height as 220 VH. So here I'm giving some background color. Aqua I'm taking. Now I want to give some shadow to this. Normally it is looking like this. See, it is looking like this. But now I want to give some shadow. So for that purpose I use box shadow property. So I'm giving like 2 pixel, 2 pixel. This is for x direction and this is for y direction. And the blurriness I am giving here is 5 pixel. And the color is I am giving gray. Okay, see, it is looking like a 3D box, right? A proper 3D box. It is giving a real effect, real experience it is giving. So suppose I can change the color as well. Red I am giving. Okay, how cool. Okay. So using it, you can change. You can give some shadows to your container or to your text. You just, if you want to give some shadows to your text, you just have to use text shadow property, and here you have to give the values for it. And for box shadow, you can use the same thing. Just you have to change the property name. Any doubt in this?
I have a basic question, man. Don't
Yeah,
get me
sure.
wrong.
Yeah, sure.
Previously, you used H1 as an example. That means one line, the text in one line alone, we wanted to change
Yes.
the shadow. So we used H1 as an example. Now we are using a div as an example. Is that because we want to have an area container type of
Mm-hmm. Yes.
with the head we are using? That's why you are using the example div, is it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
See, previously why I took H1, because I want to give shadow to text, right? So that's why we use text shadow here. But now I want to give shadow to a any specific container or any specific box. For that purpose, I use this diff. Okay.
So what if we had not written that with height background just to box hyphen shadow and the last line unknown if we had written what would have happened?
It will not show you anything. Like, see, it will look like this. It is just a diff without any height and width. So it is nothing, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Without any height and width, if it is a box without any height and width, like it is nothing. So if we must have to give some width and height, then only it will be visible. For your more like understanding, I'm just removing this.
One, two, three. So all the whole four things are together as a syntax, which is a box. The width and height refers to the box only, isn't it?
Yes, this
Okay,
width and
okay,
height is for your box only. We are giving the width of your box, and here we are giving height of your box, and we are giving color to it. See,
okay,
I
okay.
remove these three things. See, it is not showing anything, right? It is completely blank. Why? Because there is no box without any height and width. So first we have to give width and height, then only it will be visible.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, suppose you get one more, like if I remove this color and I give width and height. See, it is showing, it is considered like a white color. White is your by default background color. Okay, anyone having any doubt? Anyone else? Okay. Okay, like we have some more properties. Like normally we use, these are the simple basic things. The we use letter spacing as well. Like in each, after each alphabet, you want to give some more spacing like this. We learn about this line height, right? Same thing we are doing here, but we are dealing with letter spacing. We can give the spacing between each letter. Previously we learned about the line height, means you can give the spacing between each lines. So similarly we have letter spacing, and same with we have like word spacing as well. See this one, I will tell you, I will show you here. I am giving lorem 20. Okay, let's see this one first. Okay, now here I am doing is I am taking letter spacing. I am giving in pixels, like 5 pixels. See, it is just observe the gap between each alphabet. You can increase this gap by increasing this number. I am giving 10 pixel. The gap will be more increased. See, okay, just we are managing the gap between each alphabet. The same way we have the property word spacing as well. Using this word spacing, you can manage the gap between each word. Word spacing. Here I am giving suppose 5 pixel. See, the gap is getting increased. You can observe it, right? Let me increase it little more. Let's see this one. See, it is getting increased. These are just the simple like properties. You can try it by yourself as well. Letter spacing we use to increase the gap between each alphabet, and the word spacing we use to increase the gap between each words. Anyone having any doubt till now, like in previous topics, if you guys having any doubt, you can ask me, or in your assignments as well, you can ask me. Okay, okay. So we have some more time, so let's start a new topic, that is visibility in css. Okay, the visibility in css means you can keep some element height from your screen. The visibility property determines whether an element is visible or hidden. Okay, we didn't learn this display none, we will see it. But first of all, this visibility, you can show it or hide any particular element. So in this scenario, suppose if you want to hide this element, hide this container, you can hide it. How can you hide it? First of all, I am making the copy of this. I am pasting it here again one more time. Okay, okay, now I have a three boxes. So now I am targeting this second box. I am giving some class name here. I am giving second. Okay, in this second, first I am targeting this second dot second. Okay, the class name must be like not start from number. I am giving second. I am dot second. Here what I am doing is I am giving visibility hidden. By default every element is visible, right? By default every element is visible, but I want to keep this element as hidden. So for that purpose I am giving visibility hidden. See, it is getting hide. It is not visible, right? It is not visible, but still it is taking the place, right? Still it is taking the place. It is like showing the empty place for like you are hiding something. It is showing it clearly. Same way we have display none also. We have display none. Display none. See, when I give display none, it is not keeping, like it is not preserving the space. It is the remaining element occupies that empty space. So the difference between this visibility hidden and display none, visibility hidden is also like hide your element, and display none also will hide your element. But the actual key difference is display none will not keep the space as it is, but in the case of visibility hidden, it will keep the space as it is. I will show you the difference one more time. Just observe it. See, I am telling about visibility hidden will keep the space as it is. So see it here. It is keeping this empty space as it is. These two boxes are not combining. Now, like it is not taking this empty place. Okay, this is your visibility hidden. And in the case of display none, it will hide that element and it will remove the spaces as well. Getting my point? What is the difference between visibility hidden and display none?
Excellent.
Okay, like we use this like for some scenarios we want to hide some particular element, like on click of any kind of button, like there is like a show or hide button, like in many website you saw it, like a toggle button. On click of that particular button, a modal is displayed to you, like mostly in Flipkart only we saw it, this one. See, when I click on this button, it is showing me this box. When I click on this, it is getting disappear. So we can hide and show it. Based on some scenarios, we can hide and show it. So in that case, we use this properties: display none or visibility hidden. Okay, so this is for this visibility. By default, every element is visible, and you can make it as hidden as well. And we have like display none. We will learn about all more display properties in our next class. Like in our next class only, we have this display. We learn in our HTML also display, what is display block, like inline element, inline block element. I will explain you this one. We already saw this one, this like inline element and what is block level element. Okay, now see this one. We can, here we have CSS overflow. We can handle the content outside of the box. We can cover this topic in our this class. First of all, I am removing these two divs. Okay, I am here giving some more content. I am giving lorem 20. See that this text is getting like over this is the extra text which is not fit inside your container. So you can hide this. So you can hide this extra content. How can you hide this? We can use this overflow property. See this one. This is your overflow property. If you give overflow hidden, here I am giving, overflow hidden. So what it will do? It will hide the extra content. Right? It is hiding the extra content. Suppose if I give overflow scroll. See, we are getting this scroll bar. Instead of showing the extra content here, we are getting this scroll option. So we can read all the remaining text. So in scroll also you can give some directions as well. Like in which direction you want this scroll. Scroll X, scroll Y, like this you can give. I am giving overflow. See, overflow X, overflow Y. So in X direction I want scroll. I am removing this. See, okay, like we don't have the content, we don't have the width large, so that's why it is not showing the in X direction. So no need to be like confused, just focus on overflow for now. We will see this overflow X and Y in our next class. So the first thing we saw about it, we first see we can hide some content, like the extra content we can hide it using this overflow hidden property. Okay, we can directly hide it. By default it is looking like the extra content is going outside of your container like this. So you can hide it using this overflow hidden property, or else you can give scroll. When you give scroll, you will get a scroll bar. Using it you can scroll this container. Okay, you will see much more properties in it, like overflow X, overflow Y, all these things. And we have like auto as well. Auto is nothing but like it will take the scroll bar by itself automatically. It will understand it is a need of scroll bar or not. We will see all these things in our next class. Anyone having any doubt in our today's class?
No.
Okay, Madhu, are you having any doubt? Okay, so now I'm going to end our today's session. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you.